Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are fine. In today's tutorial, we are going to make text on photo application by using Flutter framework. In this application, user will select an image from gallery and then will be able to add text on that photo, and finally user will be able to save it into gallery. Now first of all, let me create basic project here. This is our main file. First of all, let me import a material package. Then let me create a main function, and here we will call a run app function of material. Here we need to pass our stateful or stateless widget, my app. Here we will create stateless widget, my app. Here we will return material app. Here you can give title text on photo like this, and theme data, color scheme from seed. Here for example, blue color. This is called, you can say it, primary color or main color of the application. Use material 3 true, like this. First of all, let me create a folder here, folder or directory screens. Here inside screens, first of all, we will create a home screen, home folder, and inside home folder there will be a dot file, home screen, like this. First of all, let me import material and stateless widget, home screen. Let me create stateful widget. Here, hover it, click this bulb, and you can see convert to stateful widget. This is stateful widget. Here let me return scaffold. Inside scaffold I will use app bar in order to give title constant text, here text on photo. This is title of the application. Now let me attach our home screen here, constant home screen. Now when application will run, first of all home screen will called, home screen will appear. On the home screen we will create only button for picking image from gallery. Then we will open next screen, editor screen, in order to edit that image, in order to add text on that image. For this purpose we need to import a package, image picker. Let me show you. Open any browser and type here image picker Flutter. Open first result, image picker. This is image picker plugin. You can say it a plugin library or package. Here you can read its documentation, how to use it. First of all, let me copy its name, image picker. Open Android Studio. Here open terminal. Inside terminal, let me write a command to add that package, Flutter pub add. Here paste the name, image picker. Press enter. It will add image picker package into our Flutter project. So our package has been added. Now here after app bar, let me add body. Here inside body I want to add a button in center. Child elevated button on pressed. For now keep it empty. Child will be pick image like this. Now let me test the application. You can see application has been launched successfully without any error. First of all, let me remove this debug banner. Open main file and go to inside material app. There is a property, type debug and false. Now you can see our debug banner has been removed. Now let me open home screen again. This is button, pick image. Let me use icon with this button. Here you can use dot icon after elevated button. Dot icon, you can see icon. Now we can use icon here. Uh, Type icon, there is a property icon. Here we can use any icon. Let me use photo. Cupertino icons dot photo. Now instead of using child, here we will use label. Right, other things will remain same. Now if I save it, you can see it is showing icon with our text like this. Now we will create a new function. When user will press this button, gallery will be opened. Here let me create function pick image. This will be async function like this. Now here let me type image picker, the package that we already added in our application. You can see it is giving hint image picker. Press it, use brackets, after that use pick image. Pick image. Here we need to pass source. In our case source will be gallery. We want to pick image from gallery, image source dot gallery like this. Now we can store result in our variable. Here final result like this. Because this is async function, that is why we use await, right? When you call image picker dot pick image, so it will return future of x file, future x file. That is why we will use here await keyword. If we don't use await keyword, if you hover it result, you can see it is showing future x file, but we need just x file. That is why we will use here await keyword. The await means this line will take time to execute, so we need to wait for this line. After that we can execute our next step. Now it will return x file. You can see x file, nullable x file. It means this file can be null, right? Because sometime when user open gallery but does not pick any image, then it will return a result as null. So before using it, we need to check if result not is equal to null, then we will use it like this. So this is x file, but we will convert this into our file. If you type file, you can see there is here you can see file.io. Create, name it as image. Here file, we need to pass path of the file. Result.paths, it will give path of the original file. Now this file will be stored in our image variable. Now we will create next screen. Here let me create new screen, editor screen, editor screen like this. Here let me import material, stateful widget, editor screen like this, and here let me return scaffold and app bar, title will be editor for now. Now here we will open our next screen, navigator dot push context and material page router. Here inside we will open our editor screen. Here inside editor screen we will pass our image. First of all let me create parameter here, a final file.io file image. Here inside constructor let me use it required this dot image. So we must pass this image when we try to open this screen. Here you will see it is showing error because we need to pass image. Here we will pass our image like this. Here let me use semicolon. Now here on clicking of button we will call our pick image. There are two methods. First method is inside this function we can write pick image like this, so it will call this function. The second way is to use pick image here without any brackets. After on pressed use pick image, it will call this function. Now if I try to click this button, you can see our gallery has been opened, and here we can pick any image like this. For now let me go back. Now let me center this title text on photo, center title true. Now in editor screen, here inside body we will use stack. Let me use stack, and inside stack let me use file image.file. Here we will use our widget.image. That image we passed in our parameter. Again let me click the button pick image and let me pick this image. You can see our image has been opened in our editor. Now here on app bar we will create a button to add text on this image. For this purpose inside app bar there is a property actions, and inside these actions we can add buttons on our app bar. Here let me use icon button on pressed. We will create on pressed letter. For now this is empty, and icon will be here. Let me use plus icon to add text. Here you can see it is showing plus icon. Let me create a variable to store text here before our build function. String text, its default value will be empty, there is nothing. And here inside stack let me use positioned widget, and inside this let me use text, and here text, use text as text like this. Now let me create a function to add text. Here let me create function add text. When user will press this button add text, then we will show dialog, alert dialog, show dialog context, and here we will show alert dialog. And inside alert dialog let me use title. If you don't know how to show dialog, you can see my previous tutorial. I already explained it how to use alert dialog. Its title will be add text, and in content let me use text field like this. Decoration will be input decoration, and hint will be start typing here. This is example hint. Now let me test it. Here in on pressed let me use add text function like this. Let me press the button. You can see it is showing dialog add text, start typing here. Now we will create a button to add this text into our image. Here inside alert dialog there is a property actions. Inside this let me use text button on pressed. There is a function on pressed inside text button, and child will be add, for example add. When user will press add button, then we will take text from this text field and add this into our text variable. You can see our string variable text inside this. For this purpose, we need to use text editing controller. Let me create controller, text editing controller. Let me use it here. Assign it to controller of the text field. Now when user will press the button, we will use here set state text is equal to controller dot text. You can see controller. When user will press add button, we will get this text from text field and add into our text variable. This is text variable. Let me try this. Here you can see it is showing start typing here. Here let me use some text. Hello, how are you? And click add button. You can see our dialog does not removed because we don't write code to remove the dialog, but our text has been added. Our text color is black and size is very small. It is here on top left corner. If I use here color text style color, if I use white color, now you can see our text appears. You can see it is showing here. Let me create here variable color text color. Here let me assign white and also size double text size will be 20 for example. Now here we can assign our color and size to our text color and size font size will be text size like this. Now you can see it is showing hello, how are you? Now we want to drag this text on our image. For this purpose, we will use gesture detector. We already discussed this topic in our previous tutorial. If you don't know how to drag and drop widgets, then you can see my previous tutorial. Here we will use gesture detector over this text. Wrap with widget gesture detector. Here inside gesture detector there is a function on pane update. It gives us details like this. Before using this, let me create two variables in order to give position to our position widget. We need two variables, left and top. Double left, its value for example 50, and top also 50. These are two variables. Here let me assign left and top like this. It is showing error. Why it is showing error? I think there is a missing bracket. I think bracket is missed here. Let me use bracket. No, error remove. There was a missing bracket. Now it is working. Now you can see when I give position 50-50, you can see our text moved here. Now we will move it by dragging using gesture detector. Here inside our on pane update function, call set state, and inside this we will update our top and left position. Top plus is equal to details dot delta dot dy. Dy mean top, and left will be is equal to details dot delta dot dx. Dx means left. Simple. Now it will work. If I drag it, you can see it is working. Now we can drag it and leave anywhere on the image. So this is the way we can add text over image. But now we want to control size and color of this text. For this purpose, let me use other buttons. For color, let me create button icon button, and on pressed inside icon color icon, this icon. Now when user will press this button, then color picker should appear. For this purpose, let me use a color picker package. Open browser and type here color picker Flutter. You can see it is showing flex color picker. Open this. This is flex color picker. We can use it in our project. Just copy its name flex color picker and use here Flutter pub add flex color picker. Now our color picker plugin has been added. Let me use it. Here we will create a new function, name it as pick color, and inside this we will show instead of dialog we will show bottom sheet. You can also use dialog also, but I prefer to use bottom sheet. Show model bottom sheet, and here simply we can use any widget here directly. After this builder we can return any widget. Let me use container here, and inside this container use child, and here column. Inside column, here first of all we will use title text, and title will be color picker, and let me give style to increase its size. Theme dot of context dot text title large. This is our title, and here after this we will use color picker, our package color picker. It give us a function on color changed, and if it give us color that we picked. Now you can name it as color. It give function simply. Let me call this pick color function here. When we press color picker icon here, pick color, it will call pick color function. You can see here, if I click here, you can see it is showing. Now let me add some margin here, container margin all 15. Now again let me use it. Now it is good. When user click any color, then this on color changed function called. Let me show you practically here. Let me use print and print this color, and here you will see. Now let me click any color, for example red color. You can see it is showing here, it is printing. Again let me click another color. Now you can see it is working. It means our color picker is working. Now here instead of print we can use set state to update text color variable that we already created above. Text color updated with color. But before this we want to close our bottom sheet. For this you can write code navigator.pop like this. Now let me test it again. Now you can see our text color is white. Now I will change it. Click color picker. Here for example let me select green color. You can see our text color is green. Again let me change it to red color. Now our text is red. So this is the way we can pick any color. Our color picker part is completed. Now we want to control size of the text, right? Same like color. Let me use another button here. Here we will use pop-up button. pop-up menu button. It give us builder. Let me use it. Item builder context. Here we need to return list of our buttons. Pop-up menu items, multiple buttons, multiple items. Let me show you just for example here. Pop-up menu item. Sorry. Pop-up menu item like this. In child, for example, here size 50, for example 50. On pressed, on tab, here let me use set state and text size 50, for example. You can see our three dot button has been added. If I click this button, you can see it is showing only 50. If I click 50, it will change our text size to 50. If I click 50, you can see our text size increased to 50. Now I want to change icon of this three dot. You can see it, this is pop-up menu button. I want to change its icon. Here we can change pop-up menu button. If I use property child, here I can use icon. You can use any icon related to text fields. This icon is best. Now you can see our icon has been changed. Now like 50, I can add multiple sizes. Here how I can add multiple sizes? I just added for example. You can see pop-up menu item. This is only one item. I add this just as an example. Now I will create some more menu items. Let me cut this. Here instead of using this list, I will create my custom list.generate. The size, first of all, here I need to give size or length of this list. Length will be, for example, 100. Now here I will use function. Here we need to pass function index, and here we need to return our item. Return, and let me paste same item. This is our item. Now here instead of using hard-coded data, I can use index, index, index. Let me remove constant toString, index dot toString, like this. And here instead of using hard-coded 50, I can use index like this, index dot to double. Because text size is double, that is why we cannot assign integer to the double. We need to convert it into double. Now if I refresh it, again let me click this size button. You can see it is showing sizes, multiple sizes. But there is a problem. You can see it is starting from 0. But it should start from 1. Let me do how to change. We can change like this. Let me remove it and use here $sign curly braces index plus 1, because indexing start with 0, that is why we add 1, so it will start from 1. Here let me use same thing, index plus 1, like this. Now it will work like charm. You can see it is showing sizes, multiple sizes. If I want to change size to, for example, 24, you can see it changed to 24. Let me change color again to white. Now let me change size again. This time let me change to 64. You can see our text size increased. Again let me change to 20. So in this way we can create text on image. Now we have last step. Now finally we need to save this image into our gallery. For this purpose I will create a button here at the last. Here I will create button, icon button, on pressed. Here I will use icon done. There is a icon done. This is icon I will use to save this image into gallery. For this purpose I will create another function. Here I will create another function, save to gallery, like this. This is the function to save our image into gallery. But we cannot save it directly. First of all, we need to take like screenshot or snapshot of this widget, all this widget. Then we can convert it into our image. Then we can convert this image into bytes. Then finally we will write bytes to our file. This is stack. We need to save all the stack, right? Stack. Let me wrap my stack with repaint boundary. There is a widget repaint boundary. By using this widget we can take snapshot of all the widgets inside this. For this purpose we need to make a key, global key. Here we need to make global key, final global key, and we need to assign this key into repaint boundary key, and here global key, right? Now by using this key we can take snapshot of this widget. Let me use, here we need to use, first of all we will create object of render repaint boundary, render repaint boundary by using global key. Our global key we already declared above, global key dot current context dot find render box as render boundary, render paint boundary. Now by using this information boundary we can convert it into our image. In order to use image we will use UI image. First of all we need to import UI as UI. Now by using UI we will use image here, and let me show you how. UI dot image await boundary dot to image. Now it will convert our boundary into image. Here we need to give pixel ratio. Let me give it 3.0. If you want a high quality image you can increase this value, right? For now it is enough. Because we are using await keyword, here we need to make our function async function like this. Now we will convert our image, UI image, into byte data. Byte data await image dot to byte data. Here we need to give format. We will use PNG format. Now finally we will convert this byte data into bytes. Final byte data dot buffer dot as uint8 list. It will return bytes. Let me use here this check. Now we have bytes. We have image data in bytes. Now we can write these bytes into file easily. Here for example, let me create file. Now we need to store our data, our image data as a file. Here file, file. Now we need to give path of the file. So the path of the file is very important. Now we need path of our mobile device, storage device, where we need to store our data. For example, our mobile devices have different folders like documents, downloads, pictures, etc. So we can access all the folders from here. We need to give path where we want to store our image. For this purpose, you can use a package. Let me show you a package. Here, open Google and type path provider Flutter. Here, there is a package path provider Flutter. You can use this package. Here, if you open it, you can see here by using these lines, we can access folders of our devices like this. So if you are a new user, you can use this path provider. But I will show you how to access folders without using path provider. This is simple. Let me show you. You can write here simple slash storage emulated and 0, and after slash. Here now we are inside our file explorer, file manager or file explorer of our device. Here inside this, for example, we want to store data into our documents folder. You can use here documents. Now we are inside documents folder. Inside this, let me create a folder, for example, my app. Now inside my app we can store our image. We can give name of our file, for example, snapshot.png, like this. So instead of using hard-coded name, we can generate our dynamic name each time. Here let me use id date time. We can generate it by using datetime dot now dot milliseconds since approach, like this. Now instead of snapshot, here we can use id. So each time it will create a unique image name. I hope you understand it. So this is just path. No, sometime it does not create a file. So for this purpose, you can use again file dot create recursive true. So it will create file. Here with this is async function. We can use await keyword. So by this method, it will create a file into our mobile device. Now simply there is a last step to write data, this image data in bytes. We will write this data into this file. Simply await file dot write as bytes. Here we can pass bytes. Now we are done. In this way our file will be saved into our device storage, into documents, and inside documents my app. Inside this our file will be saved. After that we can print saved, like this. But there is another issue. We need a storage permission to write our files into the storage. Without permission we cannot do anything. So it will show exception if we try to write image. For this purpose, first of all we need to add permissions into our manifest file. Open Android folder. Inside Android app source main. Here you can see manifest file. Open this file, and here before application you can use permissions. Let me add permissions. You can see I added 3 permissions. Here you can see write external storage, read media images, read external storage. So these permissions are required to write files into our device storage. This is new permission that works for Android 13 and above. For permissions, let me use a package. Open Google and write permission handler. There is a package permission handler. You can see permission handler. We can use this package to grant permissions in our application. Just copy it, open Android Studio terminal, and here simply Flutter pub add permission handler. So by using permission handler, we can access permissions. Now we can use here permissions. And before writing files, here we need permissions. Now there is another problem. We need to access information of Android versions. We don't have any direct method in Flutter to find Android versions. For this purpose, we need another package. Device Info Plus. Let me use this package. Device Info Plus. This is package. This package give us information about Android version. Let me copy it. Again, same method. Add this package into our project. Now we can get information about Android by using our Device Info Plus plugin. Let me get Android Info. Android Info. We will use here plugin Device Info plugin dot Android Info. This is async function. Here we need to use await keyword. Now here we can write condition if Android Info dot version dot sdk int is greater than 32. Greater than 32 means Android 13 and above. If this is the condition, here we will request permissions for Android 13 and above. And in else part, so here let me use permission handler permissions dot storage dot request like this. And here inside let me use permissions dot photos. Here we need to use photos dot request like this. We can store result into our variable. Let me declare here another variable permission result like this. Permission status. This is the result. We can store here result and here result like this. Now we will execute these lines only if we have permission. Here we can check if result dot is granted. It means we have permission. User gave the permission to access the storage. Then we can save, right? Otherwise it will not save. So we are done. Let me just call this function here save to gallery. But before testing this, we need to close our application and then we need to restart it. Now our application restarted. Now let me test it. First of all, let me pick image, this image. You can see it is not showing on whole screen. Let me remove this bug. Here, let me give size to the image, width infinity, and fit property cover, so it will stretch on whole screen. Now it is good. It is looking good. Let me add text here. So here let me increase number of lines because it is not showing good. Let me open this add text dialog, and here inside text field max lines, let me add 5 lines, and let me add border outlines input border like this. And there is also another issue. When we press our add button, then our dialog does not close. So in order to close the dialog, here we need to write line navigator.pop like this. Now we are done. Again, let me click plus button. Now you can see it is showing a beautiful UI. Here I can add my text hello like this. When I press add button, our dialog disappear and our text has been added. Now I can increase the size of my text. Just click here and let me increase size to 50 for example. Now you can see it is looking good. I can also change my color to red. It is looking good. So like this you can add multiple properties and multiple functions to this app. I am showing you just as an example, just for learning purpose. You can modify it to make it more powerful application. Now let me test finally our save to gallery feature. Here let me open this run. It will show any error if exist. Let me click save button. You can see it is showing permissions. Let me allow the permission. You can see it is showing saved. Here it means our image has been saved into gallery. So let me verify it. Just open files. Inside files, let me open documents folder. Inside documents folder there is folder my app. Here inside my app you can see our image. This is our image. Our image saved successfully. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. This is the way you can create any application to add text on image and finally save it into gallery. So if you have any question in your mind, you can ask in comment box or you can contact me directly on WhatsApp. Okay, good luck.